Hey, what's going on, guys? This is going to be my out-of-box review for the Premium Bandai Master Grade Gym Dominance. This kit is pretty awesome for sure. Really cool take on the Gym Sniper 2, which is like the base kit where this is modified from, and quite a lot of new parts for this. There's quite a lot of modification that's been done, and a good amount of this, I believe, is also repurposed for making the Master Grade Gundam Stormbringer, which I will also be reviewing for you once I get that. I believe I should be getting that in the near future. But both that and this reviews have been sponsored by USA Gundam Store. So as always, a huge thank you to them for sponsoring the review, guys. Check the link to their site down below. If you're looking for places to buy P-Bandai stuff in the United States or in North America, definitely check out their site because they've got some stuff there that they'll put on pre-order and that they sell there. And you guys can use my coupon code ZakuAurelius10 to save 10% on all of that. So check that out. That said, a question that always seems to come up when talking about P-Bandai kits is, should this have been a P-Bandai kit? And I think it's not really a very useful question, but should this have been a P-Bandai kit? I think most definitely yes, because it's pretty obscure. It's not from any main Gundam series, as far as I know. I think it's from a manga or something, right? I don't remember offhand, but anyway, and it comes with some pretty cool weapons and accessories and a whole bunch of leftover parts too, which is always good for kit bashing material or whatever else you might want to do with those. And it also has water slides, which is awesome. So let's check out all the stuff that's included with this, and we'll go from there. Alright, so then as I just mentioned, here is that sheet of water slide decals. Very nice. You have a couple of the 11-01 markings there, a couple smaller ones in gray. Big one here in white with the EFF logo there, and then a bunch of different smaller caution markings in white and red, and a couple other small dark gray ones there as well. And it's the same hands as the Gym Sniper 2, the Colony type, and the Gym Sniper Custom. So you just have the closed fists there, and they're just swappable fingers. So you also have a set of open hands with the open fingers, ones with the trigger finger hand for holding onto the weapons, and then just regular holding hands for holding onto the beam saber. We also have our action base connector. Then getting into the actual weapons and stuff, you have your two clear pink beam saber effect parts, and you have two beam saber handles, but one is just stored here on the side of the leg there. The other one, you don't have any place to store that, so you're really kind of only supposed to use one handle, but you can use both beam saber effect parts by plugging them here into the forearm. So you just plug your forearm into the forearm receptacle, and you have your beam tonfas. Now that's a little bit loose, isn't it? So that seems like, am I doing something wrong or what? Yeah, no, according to the manual, it should just plug right into there, but it feels a little bit loose in there, so you just might want to add a little bit of super glue onto this part here to just thicken that up a little bit, and then once it's dry, of course, don't stick it in there while it's wet. But once the super glue is totally cured and dry, then you should stick it in there and it should be nice and tight. And then we have this shield, which is just a pretty basic shield. It's nice. You have this little bit which slides down like that. So there you go. And then the handle is on here, and that can move up and down on this track, and you have this connection part. This will just connect right here onto the side of the arm. Lug that right in there, no problem at all. And then its main weapon here would be the twin beam cannon. Very cool weapon, obviously very similar to what's used by the full armor Gundam. And so basically, to put this onto the arm, you have to remove that blue part on the side of the arm and put this on instead. And then it's just kind of interesting how you have to put it on. You have to like put this in the hand and then connect this onto the arm. And then actually, this can be used on either the left or the right side. You can plug it onto this side if you want, like that. So if you get two of these kits, you could have it dual wielding these on the left and the right side, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I won't go through the entire articulation because it's the same as the Gym Sniper 2, the Gym Sniper Custom, the Gym Colony type. So if you want to see more about the articulation of this kit, just watch any one of those reviews. I went over the articulation in those. But basically, in a nutshell, the articulation of this kit is very, very good, really nicely articulated. But there's a couple things that I'll point out. The visor still does close on this one, like that. However, you do not have the gimmick like on the Gym Sniper where you can bring this whole top of the part here forward to have the neck really far forward to be like looking down the scope of a rifle. You don't have that gimmick in this case, so the neck articulation will be a little bit more limited compared to his other versions. On these bits here on the side of the leg, those can't rotate or anything, but this bit here at the end can move a little bit up and down like that. We have some nice vent detail up inside there, but unfortunately it's not molded in a different color, so you might want to go ahead and just throw in some gray paint in there or something. And then here on the back screw, you'll notice we have this part here for clipping on the bazooka, but you notice when I went through the weapons, we don't have a bazooka included with this kit. So why is this here? Well, here in the manual, it very kindly tells you that you can use the bazooka, but you need to borrow that from the Master Grade 1/100 scale Gym Sniper Custom. You can give it to this kit. The strange thing about that is that we have all these leftover parts. You have a lot of leftover parts in there, including some of the parts to make the bazooka. So it's just kind of a shame they didn't give us the parts in there to make the full bazooka included with this kit, because then you wouldn't have to borrow anything from a different kit. And well, on the one hand, I think that you do already kind of have enough in terms of the weapons included with this. We don't really need that as well. But if we already got like a quarter of the bazooka or a third or so of the bazooka in there already, then might as well just include that as well. But maybe it was complicated the way they would have had to break up the runners or something. I'm not sure without looking at it in more detail, but it's just kind of a shame that the bazooka wasn't included. And that really is gonna be pretty much it. This is gonna be a pretty straightforward, simple review, because there's really not a whole lot much else to really say about this kit. I mean, the base kit, which is the Gym Sniper 2, Gym Sniper Custom, like I've been saying, I basically kind of already reviewed a few times. So I mean, if you've seen the review on any of those, it's the same kind of general overall thought about having really nice articulation, nice details, overall a pretty nice price tag as well. And so all of that stuff basically still applies to this kit. As you can see, this one also, I think, kind of ups the detail quite a bit, as this is a quite detailed kit compared to the other versions that we've seen before. The weapons are pretty cool, and as you see here, getting some really cool poses out of this thing with the different weapons and all of that is not going to be a problem at all. The inclusion of the waterside decals is really nice, and so I mean, it's just kind of one of those things. If you think this looks cool and you're willing to pay the Premium Bandai price for it, then by all means go ahead and pick up one, because it's a really awesome kit. That said, if you're just not really as into this design, or you're not able to stomach the price of it, then, you know, I would say it's one that you could definitely pass. But it's a really, really cool kit. If you do want to go out of your way to get one, I think you will definitely be happy with it. Just to remind you guys what the list price for this kit was, this is listed as 4,500 yen, which is exactly the same list price as the Gym Sniper 2, amazingly. But of course, if you're not able to get this directly in Japan or Korea or Hong Kong, then you're gonna have to be paying a little bit more for it, of course. But still, it shouldn't cost you that terribly much as far as Master Grade P-Bandai kits go. And so obviously I've pretty well covered all the positives of this kit, how nice it is in general. As for any negatives of the kits, on that, there's really not a whole lot I think that I could really say anything really too negative about the kit, because it kind of covers all the bases. The only thing that really could be considered a negative of the kit would just be something entirely subjective, as to if you just didn't like the price tag of it, or you didn't like the colors of it just straight out of the box or something, which I could see. As you guys know, I'm not really always super big a fan of just like plain blue, but this one I think is not too bad. This is the base color scheme. Personally, when it comes down to painting the kit, I'll end up changing the color scheme on it. But the color scheme as is, I think, is pretty cool. It's interesting, a mix of white and blue, or kind of like off-white and blue and gray there. It's in a way, it almost seems like it would be a little bit boring just based on the color scheme, but it's not. It's pretty cool, actually. But I don't know, I'm basically just rambling at this point, so there's not really too much else to say about the kit. If you guys do have any other further questions or comments, of course, feel free to leave those down below. Let me know what you guys think of the kit, if you got it, if you're planning on getting it, if you are waiting to see the Stormbringer. I can't wait to put that together as well. It looks like it's going to be really cool. So in that review, we'll take a look at the two of these guys together. In the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to USA Gundam Store for sponsoring the review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USA Gundam Store. Use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10. Save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.